now we know how long the handheld batteries last. Forever.
Got any double A's around?
Not in my pocket.
You want to grab one of the singer mics?
Yeah. I'll grab Susanna's, Robin.
Okay.
Seeing as you're the audio engineer.
Yeah. Hi, David.
Hey, hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
David?
Good, how are you? Is it this music, a song written by Pastor Grant, or
Which one?
no? All the music's written by him.
Tanya wrote that song that we
Uh-huh.
just sang.
I wrote
Oh.
the last one. The one before was the Winans. Well, she made it famous. And then the one before was Jim's. Is that right? Or no?
It was,
No.
The one before was yours.
no, it's my nephew.
Wow, that's
okay.
But we do write a lot of our songs.
it's a very Holy Spirit inspired.
Yes.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I never hear something like this type of music take you deeper
Yeah.
in the dimension.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's any other song is not like this.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for that, because it's like, for somebody to express that, but it's just beautiful.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah.
It's just what we want to be. It's just,
That's very precious that you said that, because
yeah, it really is.
that is what brought Robin and I
Yes.
into America originally,
Uh,
was the music that, and next week I'm going to teach about that.
oh.
So, not quite today.
You can able to get the music CDs or
I might be able to get you some songs, like MP3s. Now, hold on, I've just got. I'm not organised. Let's just do. I was going to get Julie to talk about her victory, but she's not here, and I think she told me that she was going to be out of town. Does anybody have a testimony from this week? Apart from the fact that you've left Kroger. You have?
My job.
You what?
She got her job.
Oh, yeah. This cable's not very long, so no dancing.
How's Mum? Is she good?
yeah. She probably stopped by later.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be late.
Okay.
Yeah. She might go just
Yeah, mine is definitely a testimony more so than a nugget.
Yeah, well.
But since probably late January, maybe early February, I have been trying to find a job. And when you have a 4.5 year unemployment gap, it makes it very difficult, even if you have an impressive resume. But one of the things for myself is there would have been a time where I would have just given up. I would have probably applied to a couple jobs, didn't get it, and then that's it. I would have just been like, never mind, it's just not for me. But, just in this new journey that I've been going through with God really shifting my heart and really I would think all of y'all would agree that I'm a completely different person. Like sometimes I wonder, like, who is this person? I like this new person, but it's just the things that I've done are so differently. And one of the biggest things is my faith has probably been the strongest it's ever been, even when most people would be like, why? But it is. And, one of the things that I had done was, aside from just surrender, I think when we surrender to the Holy Spirit, when we surrender to God, we think that we get a choice in what we get to surrender. And I am learning, like, no, you surrender, you don't. And so I surrendered it all. So when we sing I surrender it all, it's not, I surrender half and I'm keeping this to me. No, it's we surrender it all. And so I surrendered it all. And so that included any employment, anything that had to do with my employment. And I have been through a lot of interviews, and there would have been a time too where I've been like, well, it was such a great interview and I didn't get it, and then that could have put me down. But I saw it as opportunities to improve on the next one. So I felt like God was really taking me on a journey of like, okay, I'm going to send you this. Yes, the door's going to look open, but trust my timing and trust me. And so it's like, okay, here we go. And so when I had my last interview, and this is June, so this has been like a while. I remember praying and just praying for the Holy Spirit to give me confidence, and I don't know, something in me really felt like this is going to be the job for me. So I had my interview, and I was nervous, but I wasn't. I felt like I answered all the questions just, the way I should. And then 3 hours later, I get a call from that same company, and I'm thinking, surely it's not that same one. That just doesn't happen. You don't get a call the same day, of your interview. So I answered, and it is. It's that same person, and she was telling me, you know what? I just needed to tell you, the whole panel, because I was interviewed by 4 people, they absolutely loved you. They're like, I don't know if you were nervous in this interview, but if you were, we couldn't tell because you gave an absolutely fantastic interview. And we would be absolutely thrilled for you to join our team, of which, of course, I responded, I'd be thrilled to join. God is absolutely faithful, and I know it could seem like, well, if he was, why didn't he give it to you the first job? Well, because he was taking me through a process that had I not gone through, I would have never developed the skills that I have now, just, to get through this interview and actually get the job that was meant for me, because I know I really vibe with these people, and I felt like this is the opportunity that I would have been too impatient to wait for a long time ago, but now I think that's one of the things God's taught me, is patience and perseverance.
When you told me that you thought that people were great and blah, 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 that was in between having the interview and then getting the phone call. I just thought that was amazing. But we cannot always tell what God's doing. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. I had a friend ask me last week a really pertinent question, which really opens the door to a really big conversation. But he asked me that recently he'd been amongst a lot of Catholic people, and he said that he had discovered that these Catholic people have a lot more peace than other Christians that he hangs around with. A lot more. Why is that? And I asked for a little bit of time to come back to him, because it's not something I can kind of text very easily about. But after a few days, the one thing that I really love about Catholic Christians, okay? And there's a few things about Catholicism that we could aim at, which is not that cool. But God told me in my early years, live in the overlaps. Live in the overlaps of people that are believers. And the one thing that I really do respect about the Catholic Church is that they are cool with the mysteries of God.
Ooh, yeah.
Whereas a lot of more common denominations now, when you talk with people from more Protestant or more common denominations, those people want to actually basically say they have all the answers. Well, we don't. You would have no clue, well, not no clue, you have half a clue, or 50% of all the clues about what God has done in you. And as you walk, you will discover these diamonds and nuggets that He's put in you, and you, whoa, what happened to the old gem? I remember being in somebody's office once, and they accused me of being a racist. And